Okay, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's begin our session. So let's by praying together. Please be seated. Let's pray together. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for having me today. We are now in the meeting number 8. Let me share this my TS Presency schedules with you. Another good news, probably for you. Next week is holiday. So I will just mark you as all attending the, where's the Zoom? I lost the Zoom. Wait, where's the Zoom meeting? The application. Give me a moment. I really lost the application. Oh, maybe I'm just gonna. Where's? Oh gosh, thanks. This always sucks. I don't know. Zoom meeting. The UI, UX in Zoom somehow in many features are kind of frustrating. Give me some frustration. Okay, now, right, so let me share the screen. Here we go. I'm gonna close this. Where is Presency? This one? Why? I think I just open it here. It just disappear. Oh, different session. Okay. So here we go. Next week is May Day. May Day. Okay, May Day. So I will mark your attendance. Okay, all of you to as attending the meeting. But we do not need to meet here, even in the Zoom meeting. So you may take this opportunity to discuss with your teammates about the final project. Okay, just take this opportunity. And then the agenda that I wrote in this week was mid-exam and final project proposal, but I decided to just defer the quiz. I'm just gonna make it in the week of 15. Okay, so together with our final report. Okay, so before you finally present your report, you will have a quiz first. Okay, quiz. I'm gonna use Kahoot usually. All right, and for today we are going to talk about your proposal plan, your plan of your final project. I believe we have 2 or 3 teams. Okay, 2 or 3. We have 7 participants in the class, in this class, right? Oh, I forgot whether I decided 3. So 2, 2, 3. Okay. How is it, Mikhail? Mikhail with Rizky and Yusuf. So you are together with Franklin then. Okay. Okay. So as I mentioned previous week, in the previous week meeting, you decide which project that you want to use among yours. But if you want to build new, I mean, initiate a new idea for your final project, that's also fine. But the only things that you need to make sure is you you should do everything from the beginning to the end, starting from the affordance signifiers and then feedback cycles, all of those things that I require you to do. You may trace what we have done so far by checking I think the discussion. So in the discussion, the forum discussion. So not this one, not the assignment, because assignment is your individual assignment. This starting from here, is that? Yes, this one, right? So starting from here. So you may create a new thread if necessary, new thread, and then discuss and list your team members. Okay. Or maybe let me just create new right now. So it is clean and concise. I'm gonna make it because the last one, did I mention about using kind of GitHub Classroom whatsoever for submission? No, okay, just use the My Test Classroom, make it simple. Then I would like to create let me recreate the form. There's a final project proposal. So go check on this section number 7. I'm gonna create this one, project proposal. Or let's say this is final project. Or maybe I'm gonna just call it as a final project. And open your My Test Classroom from your laptop, and then you can click on this form. And one of the team members, let's say the leader of the team, may start the thread, okay, creating a new thread. I'm sorry, I mean a new discussion topic in here, mentioning about the create a team's name, okay, create a name for your teams, and then list the members of the team, and then what is the topic, and later you may equip with more descriptions. You can use the discussion topic starter post for describing everything, or you can just reply respectively, reply the post respectively, so you can have some history of the brainstorming with your teammates. Maybe by the kind of the after after let me say you will have a more time next week to discuss this with your teammates. Then I expect you to submit your formal proposal by next 2 weeks. Okay.
Proposals is either of our ideas or another idea from the start.
Yes.
You expect the affordance
signifiers, feedback cycles, and some a bit analysis of whether it's possibility to drag your interaction into direct manipulation or even invisible interfaces. Okay, so that's the proposal, and then after that we will along these weeks, and then we will furnish the project even further. Yes, documents, Word document, formal writing. Okay.
with doodles or
Yes, I look forward to your doodles since the beginning of this final project begin. Okay, so I will wait. I'll give you some time. Let me pause the recording. Create a post. I'm sorry, yes. Create a discussion topic. and then give the at least the topic title and then some short description or the abstract of what you are going to do there. Okay. Please let me know if you have any difficulty so I may assist you. I'm gonna stop the recording. Please allow me to continue the recording and I'll also continue the session. Wait. I told you that you will need to submit a form of document. So I just created a group assignment for your submission. Please check on my classroom. Okay, click on this. The deadline would be on May 8th. Okay, and you have 2 weeks to work on this. Okay, and you can make use of the next week's time for discussing with your teammates. And this is the requirements. If you have any questions, you may email me or in any ways contact me. But I think it's already clear enough. Otherwise, you may make some comment in your own forum discussion. If you have any questions, maybe I'll check it there as well. Okay, now I would like to have these three teams to each one of these teams to present the current state of your ideation. Okay, so can we start with your team? Or maybe do you want to invite Yusuf to speak for you? Yusuf, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So is there? So who's gonna present? Okay. Were you talking with Yusuf during this?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then maybe Yusuf, are you ready? Maybe because you're in the Zoom already.
Yeah, I
You can
can.
help. Okay.
Okay. Should I share the screen? Oh, okay.
Yes, yes, please.
Okay.
You can also let me check your My Desk Classroom forum. What do we have there? Oh, not yet. You haven't yet put it here. Please proceed. Please proceed.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Yusuf explaining verbally.
Wih, yang mana coy? Okay, so can you guys see my screen? Something?
Yes, Miro board. And I'm sorry, this is Figma Gen.
Yeah. So which part should we explain it first, sir? The description, the team name, and whatnot, or
The short description of your project, perhaps.
right. So our product is like a helmet that assists with the user motorcycling experience, and the
Oh,
product allow the user to access the GPS, voice calls, and etc. using their voice alone with the
all
help of
right.
visual HUD. For convenience, the helmet is also turns on when when worn.
Cool.
And this is the key, like the key features of the helmet. The first one is it can navigate with map direction, with audio and AR visuals. So there's like it is equipped with a camera that like can detect the road, and then for example uh, when the GPS show that it going to the left, and it shows the the road go to the left. Maybe you are having a hard time illustrating. So
Awesome.
this is the illustration. So like it gives like an arrow or something when it goes to the left.
Yes.
Okay, so the second one, it's allowed in call manager with an audio and HUD, for example. So when there's an incoming call, it's like incoming call something, and it's like the simple, and there is a person icon indicating that the person talking to you, and this is like the AI talking to you, navigating something, and this is the battery, uh, and then the clock time, and this is the general maps or something. So you're going to the left at 450 meters, but and there is also should be, we haven't drawn it yet because it's hard to integrate the 3D model into the video. So there should be like an arrow indicating this front, and then when the left road is seen, the arrow indicating you to the going to the left, like here. And then the third one is an audio and HUD warning when the user has reached, if the user has reached the maximum speed limit of the road. So there's like an indicator on the top left saying speed limit, and then the AI warning the user, saying something like along the lines like warning, you have reached the speed limit for the road. Yeah, and etc. And the fourth one is weather forecasting that can predict there will be a rain or not. It's just kind of like a simple notification when the AI talking, like in the radius of 10 kilometers perhaps. So like if there is a head ahead of the along the during the driving experience, in if the AI detects that there is a rain ahead in 10 kilometers radius, so the AI will warn the user that there's a rain. So the user can prepare using their raincoat and etc. And then the fifth one is that the helmet automatically turns on when the user wears it, and then turn off when the user take it off. So that is our product.
That's cool.
This is like the flow chart. Do we need to present the
No.
flow chart?
Let's keep it for keep it for later. Maybe during the next 2 weeks presentation, I would like to hear more details about that.
Next week.
Okay.
Next 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Sorry. I would like to have a feedback. And maybe it is kind of more personal feedback to you. I love this idea. See. And if you want to be serious in developing this, it can be one of the good PKM's idea. I believe so. Even though, did you know that actually you can Google it? Somebody's there abroad already made this.
I have
Some versions of this.
I have like seen that there
The
it
product,
is,
right? And the product, I think the product is
but
there.
like I haven't seen like what the interface is like, and like
Yes,
I just know that it exists.
Yeah, it exists. You can Google it. I do not, because I viewed it once somewhere 1 year ago, 1 or 2 years ago. But don't worry about that. Speaking about this type of products, I believe that there are a lot of kind of innovation gaps that you can fill in. So even though there are some some companies made such products. And if I'm not mistaken, those type of product is kind of is expensive in my opinion. So it's not for everyone. It's more like a serious rider. Would like to have such expensive AR, but that's fine. Okay, that's the first point. So I would like you to check that product, learn from them. Okay, learn from that product. You can adopt like imitate some of the features that there are. That's fine. And then you try to make it better, of course, and try to make it like more affordable. Like if you purchase the products and sell it to the markets in Indonesia, still kind of is still possible. And specifically, I would like to project. So these products, I expect you that you can project this product to be consumed or to be bought by Gojek drivers. They need this, because many motorcycle accidents happen because they ride the motorcycles and seeing the roads. It's very dangerous. I know that I cannot say that it's all about the Gojek drivers, but I believe many, even maybe some of us, when we drive motorcycle, we still like to keep this bad habit, like holding phones and maybe doing things. I saw a lot in our campus environment.
Yeah, what I find strange is that not a lot of people are using phone holders and stuff, which I was expecting that everyone, because when I was in Banyuwangi or Yogyakarta, it was the first thing when I went on the scooter that I had to have, because of course I don't know anything there, but then if I just look around me, literally no motorcycle has it. So either everyone has just a very good mind and they know exactly where to go for every trip, or everyone is just having to do this every time.
Yes.
But that was something I found very strange. Looking at people, like how do they navigate if they don't have Google, like a phone for navigation? So I can imagine that a lot of accidents does.
Yes. And by the way, in addition to the navigation, the Gojek drivers also need to keep communicating with their clients. Like for example, they order the goods or informing the location, etc. That's why, in addition to the navigation, they still need to keep their eye on the chat and the messaging feature of the Gojek app. That's the usually do. They reply the message while writing. That's true. So I think it's a very dangerous. So I would like you to design for them. And I believe that there are many ways with the AI, with the speech to text supports in the software, etc. You should design for them and try your best to let them just put their Gojek apps in their pocket. No handphone on the dashboard, no handphone on hand. Okay, just in the pocket. You can make the visual UI with in the helmet. You can assume that the helmet supports that. But I have yet another request that in addition to that visual UI, you should explore more about auditory UI. Okay, so having their ears working for this, ears and mouth working for this task. Okay, and there are many challenges that you may need to solve, deal with. But I believe you can find some solution for this. It's going to be very beneficial. And perhaps it is hard for you to kind of put empathy with their work. How does it feel to be a coach? Maybe you can apply more the coaching driver, so you can you can have that actual feeling. So later when you have this product, I believe
Maybe if it's possible, the AR in this year will be pretty well developed. Next year is gonna be the year of AR. It's like an AR device. It's like easy to find and easy to purchase. It's like a very cheap, etc., etc. So your solution comes to the market. You can have some startup company to build this and provide a unique solution for the big technology. And maybe you also need one of maybe another one of the challenges that you may need to also discover is the architecture of the system, including the physical configuration of your helmet. Like how would it be possible for the users to see that AR displays? Could we like have a LCD whatsoever? Is there any current technology that we can afford to create such configuration? You can learn from the products that I mentioned. I believe that there's some. And the way we maybe for car for navigation while driving the car is very common right now. Even like automobile, Tesla, etc. They have literally map in the dashboard, right? But I don't think it is the same the case for motorcycles. And still, I believe it's still debatable. Or maybe the rules or the regulation is there already that the I know for sure that if you drive the cars while texting or holding a phone, you will fined. You will be fined. There's a clear regulation about that. And I still remember some of the acquaintance of mine told me he just got a ticket. Do you know electronic athlete, the electronic ticket or traffic? Heard about it, but we haven't. Yes, so it includes the use of handphone while driving. So the camera can see what's inside the car. If you, for example, also if you do not wear the safety belt, you will be fined.
Unless if you drive with the phone in your hand, you would get a fine of over 7 million.
Serious?
Yeah,
It's
so
very
they
serious.
put it very high, so people should never do it. Like it's kind of smart, but 7 million, yeah.
Have you like literally with your own eyes seeing some drivers in Indonesia
What?
holding phones?
I'm quite sure I sat behind someone that had his phone in
Yes,
his hand.
because it's like a common practice in here, but unfortunately our police do not take any what is that?
Actions.
Serious actions.
But I also see very little police compared to the Netherlands.
I also this kind of sucks. Sorry to say. All right. And even I still remember, but it's not in Surabaya, it was in a different city. I was in my trip in Sumatra, in Pekanbaru. So when I drove, when I become a passenger, so it was a car, a rental car from Riau, the capital city. I'm sorry, Pekanbaru, the capital city of Riau, and I went to Bengkalis. So it's a very long trip. And the crazy thing is, it's in 80 kilometer per hour. I don't know if I was in middle, but in 80 kilometer per hour, the driver is texting.
Yeah.
And sitting in a regular road, not in fault, not in a highway.
Crazy.
I was praying a lot. Pray for my safety. I don't know. So this is a very serious, and I think it's a very niche. This problem is very niche, and it's a very good that you have this idea. So I encourage you to really kind of give up as best as you can the solutions for this. Okay, thank you. Now, I'm sorry, Yusuf. Do you have any response? Maybe as necessary.
No, but I had a question for the final proposal. Is there like some kind of format for it? Specific things that you need, or do we include just the material like the photo and signifiers,
Yeah.
feedback cycle, direct manipulation?
I do not have a template for the report, but I only require you to follow the outlines. So as long as the report contains that 5 sections
Hmm.
and includes the doodles, then you are good to go. And the doodles, something like this is also fine. So it's not necessary to have a refined version. Just keep it for later for the refined version for the final report. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Right.
so this is enough in the Figma, or do you mean we need to make the formal document version of it?
Yes, you need to create a formal report in a PDF or DOCX.
Oh,
I just create the assignment details in my test classroom, so you
yes.
may go to
I have.
platform. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And we have your teams then. Okay, you may release your screen, Yusuf.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hazik. For the chance.
Skibidi like that. Skibidi. It's like perfect. Do you know skibidi pop? Why skibidi? Anyway, defensive was USA. What time is it now? Oh, almost 5. 5 minutes for you. Okay. 5 minutes for you. Sorry, I need to just realize it. Oh, you do not need to join the audio. Let's just use this microphone. With the audio. Okay. In the microphone.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. So this is our new idea that we have to build an app kind of like to control the devices that exist within a smart home environment.
Okay.
Yes. And so for this, that's the initial idea. And this is the kind of UI prototype that we have made. This is the first landing page. And as you can see, we forgot to put a sign in button there. Yeah. And then there's the homepage where you will be cheerfully greeted by the app. And you can also see how much device is connected. 4 out of 10 means that there's four devices that is on. That is still connected. Oh, that's still connected. Okay. It is still connected, and there's this widget there where you can turn on or turn off your favorite device, such as your TV, your fridge, your AC, or your speaker. In this case, and then there is the next page where you can see the list of all connected devices. Yeah, and there is also a search bar for if you want to search for a specific device. And then there is also the the profile page here. As you can see, you can look at your profile, your names, and you can also edit your profile. And there is also an option if you want to turn on notifications, and there is connected family. I actually have I don't understand. It's maybe we can explain more, but basically, I think which means is to let like the other users, maybe your wife, your son, to connect to the application and they can so interact with the application. Yeah, and lastly, there's the I don't know how to call it. There is the more detailed page on of the devices. Like for example, if you click, and you can still interchange. Yeah. So if you click one of the device in the page that show all the devices, then it will get to this last page, where it what do you think? It can show a little bit more detail, and if you want more specific settings, such as in the refrigerator, maybe you want to set the temperature to a certain temperature, or you want to quickly freeze things after you brought your groceries, or maybe you want to make like a specific ice type, not too big, not too small. Yeah, you can do it from this page. And for now, this is all we have. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, this is an interface, a mobile interface, mobile app.
Yes.
For the interface to help us interact with the IoT devices or the smart home appliances. Okay. Well, I may still encourage you to create beyond this design. Okay, because what that you've just presented, in my opinion, is kind of something that we can already find in the market, a very regular one. So, for example, it's like I have a Google Home here. So very similar. Even this one is even better. They can provide like you can set the home, the office, and even maybe you can have a second office as well. Maybe have a yes. And here I think you kind of only provide just one home for just for this context. So this is one, and then actually you can even make it even better, just like a Xiaomi. He put they put the camera just directly on the dashboard, so it's not necessary for you to click on the menus. It's gonna be here, so you can just click it. Choose. And then it's not necessary for you to have like if you want to create a widget, the widget should be not only with the turn off and on buttons, but should be with some visual properties display. For example, AC maybe with the temperature, the set temperature, or with some other the mode, etc. So I think we can improve a lot of if the case is just want to create a mobile app for to support us interact with the home appliances, smart home appliances. But in my opinion, I strongly suggest you to go even further beyond this. So assume that maybe you should try to check what's so called digital twin. Okay, so digital twin is like the next thing after the smart home controls. So check on digital twin, and I may suggest you because I would like you to utilize your imagination to make everything more natural. Natural means that you should not like just playing with the buttons. Okay, you should have a gesture, voice, etc. So I think you can also contribute to have a AR VR as part of your solution. So in your scenario, should something that require a spatial interaction instead just a mobile app. Okay. But it's fine if you still want to basically to provide solution for smart home interaction. But it should not be just in the mobile app. Okay.
Okay, sorry, but what's
Digital twin. Digital twin.
twin?
Twin. Yes. Digital twin is basically you have this room, for example. Okay, and then you create a 3D model for this room, the interior, the 3D model of this room in a virtual reality. Whatever things that you do in the virtual reality may affect physical state,
For example,
and vice versa.
For example, just for like there's a 3D model of the office and press something, maybe the AC and something.
Yes. That's the current the hot topics in one of the hot topics in human computer interaction nowadays, the digital twin. Okay, now with Franklin and Danny.
So I'll just do it based on the doodles, but it's not necessarily for this meeting, but for my previous idea. Well, my idea is we started a group today. I'm gonna just base it on this. So what my idea was again to start like a TikTok live stream whenever you wanted to ask questions. And that involved that the language didn't matter since it's for your own native language. Just a screenshot I just add in is just it could be like on a platform like this where even if you're not specifically looking for a product, you could still enter a live stream. But for example, if you would have clicked on the button, it would bring you to another user interface where it would first you would first need to put in your language, and it would also say where you could change your language later on. If you would have changed, if you have clicked on your language, you would see something like this, where you would have two chat boxes, one where you could ask your question. This would be in your native language, and it would be transferred. It would be translated to the seller's language. Yeah, you could just look maybe at other popular reviews if you're interested. And you would have another chat where the seller's speech would be converted to text in your language as well. Maybe it could be like something for tutorial, where if you click on tutorial, it would be clear for the user what's all available in this interface. So you would have a change language, you would have the two chat boxes you can type, and it also has like a notification for if other customers would also like to see something about the product. Not sure if that is really something that is you still remember. So my original idea was if, for example, I am asking for this product, information about this product, and for example, you were also looking at this stream, but you did not initiate the stream, you could still ask a question. However, me as the initiated user would have to accept or reject the question for it to be sent to the seller. As in, I would be the person who's asking something who initiated the product. And if that question would be an interest for me, I could accept it so that it could be asked and reviewed for everyone. Yeah, this is just the same thing, but the thing is a bit put on the side. Yeah, I guess this is it.
All right. There are many, but I think we can do that along the ways to progress. My message is gonna be the same with the ones that because you depart from mobile platform as a TikTok live and students from mobile platform. Also the Tokopedia, the e-commerce, this starts as from mobile platform. And there's a huge chance that you will kind of influenced by the interaction style from the mobile platform. Just our previous team present. So that's one of very important things I would like to remind you. Thus, in the next, in your proposal, I really expect that you can move on from this.
Desktop,
Pardon?
desktop to mobile, you said, or?
Yeah, something like that. You, for both perspectives, either the seller or the customer. For the customer, it's fine. I think still fine. If the customer holding the phones, clicking the buttons is still fine, because they are they can focus on one things and then they just do some that inquiry, etc. But for the streamers, clicking buttons maybe is inconvenience for them because it's in a small screen, etc. So I may suggest, for example, having like a gesture, like a Tinder-like gesture. So if you, as a seller, you think that this question is acceptable, I would like to answer this question, so you can just swipe right. And then there's a notification that you should answer these questions, and the system will connect your response. I don't know, the response will be like a direct. I think if it's, there should be two automatic routes. Trigger. So the first one, if the case, like for example, this customer is like the premium or the fans of this seller, then you allow them to like have a two ways interactions, like a speaking, like a call. So like and then you need to design something like how to terminate these two ways interactions. Okay, so this is the first automated route. And the second automated route is for the regular customers. So they cannot speak directly with the user. So you should, with the seller. So you should also design a different way for the seller to respond. So it should be voice, but the response will be captured by the system and delivered as stats to something like that.
Yeah, okay. So the initiated user should be able to just have a voice conversation both ways.
For example.
Okay, right. And then you would see it in a way where if I would talk Dutch, they would hear it in Indonesian.
Yes.
And vice versa.
Yes.
Okay. That's right.
I believe this is a good idea for maybe, in my opinion, Danny should be like the product owner or the product leader for this product, and let Franklin to be your actual users, because it's actually to help Franklin. It's actually to help Franklin so that he can conveniently shops in this platform.
Yeah.
In my opinion, having these perspectives, so Danny as a developer, the designer, and Franklin to give like the actual feedback, or the other way around. If you want to make this more generic, then you may also need to think about, like for example, this TikTok shopping experience should be for you as a foreigner, as the first persona, and you as a domestic users as the second persona. Do you know about persona? Persona is like the archetype of your users. So you have these users, different archetypes, because at least basically as a foreign users in here, you expect that the systems always respond you to your native languages, even though the sellers can only speak in Bahasa, because this is the e-commerce in Indonesia. But for the case of the Danine as domestic customers, maybe there should be different treatments. I don't know. So you can like working together. So you as a developer helping Danine as a domestic users, maybe for example, and Danine as a developer helping the friendly or as the foreign customers in this matter. You can proceed with this is also very good. And If you want, you can move even further. If you choose to let's try to play just like other teams. So we play with the spatial interface in the space. Spatial interface is basically just like utilizing the augmented reality, virtual reality, whatsoever for this new platform.
Okay.
So you are moving into more advanced type of interactions.
Yeah, it could be for example, depends on the product, but I would be here, seller would be there, product in the middle.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And actually, when you at the first time back then, telling me about the story of such shopping experience, I was thinking like, for example, I'm selling many stuff in here, right? Explaining about my viewers, everything that I bought. Then you specifically would like to buy this remote, and you just want to buy the remote. So you click on the remote on the video, tap it, and then you may need to figure out how the system may capture your intention as a customers that you want me as a streamers to explain about the things that you just point out. Is that a possibility to achieve that? Yes, there are many ways, but of course it's hard to afford, but it's not your problem because I do not require you to implement the solution there. Just in terms of imagination. So, for example, one of the ways to utilize maybe I don't know. We have, for example, this is called a BLE or beacon. Many retail in Western countries use like this already. So usually you put this around for example, there's a rack. This rack is just one category of product, and then you put this beacon on that and that rack. And then when somebody getting closer to the rack, because this is utilizing the BLE, so when your device receiving more strength signal from the device, when you know that we are closer to the sure. No problem. So this is one of them. But if you cannot find any way so far for achieving that, then just forget it. I was thinking that it should be cool if we can just directly interact with the things that I would like the streamers to tell me, etc. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's something because of
Yeah, so I think that's all. Let's call it a day. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for surpassing time. This is the end of our conversation. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum. Bye bye. 2 weeks later.
Salam.
See you 2 weeks.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv.
Bye bye. Yusuf.